We're going north on 77 out of Columbia into Charlotte, North Carolina. And I forgot to mention about diesel. You're going to run into pretty much three kinds of diesel out here. You're going to run into number one, which is a summer diesel, no additives. It's the cheapest one out there, but the number two diesel has anti-gel, which is an antifreeze, and it has an anti-water element to it like STP already in the fuel, so it's cleaner, injector cleaner type thing, a light duty. Anyway, and you're also going to run into farm use only diesel. The farm use only diesel is very tempting because there's pretty much very little tax on it. This is what they run in tractors and trucks for farm use only that have a farm tag on them, and there's very little tax to it, and it's a heck of a lot cheaper than road diesel, because the road diesel has the highway tax built into it. Now, if you run into farm diesel at a screaming low price, do not be fooled. Most of the truck stops out west have a check station for diesel fuel. And in the farm diesel, they put a dye. And it's just like the dye they put in natural gas tanks to smell. This one affects the color. And the diesel's going to have a purple haze to it. And when they check it, like 2 parts per million of this dye in the fuel, you will be subject to a heavy fine and arrest, almost no questions asked. You're going to be arrested for using farm diesel on the highway without a farm placard. So that diesel's going to look cheap as hell, and you're going to think, wow, look at the price of that diesel. And better look, it'll say farm use only on it. Stay away, run away, be very afraid. Now, if someone in the past has screwed up and put farm diesel in your tank, that little traces of dye are going to stay in there almost forever. And you're going to hope that the inspector is kind enough to let you slide by. But he doesn't have to be. All he's got to find is like 2 parts per million, which is nothing, of that dye, and you're screwed. Now I find when you're going shopping for diesel, I try to stay with the major truck stops, people that are handling tractor trailer loads of diesel every day. The reason being that, number one, diesel doesn't go bad like gasoline does, laying in a tank forever usually. But on smaller fuel stops, you know, like your mom and pop diesel stores and your convenience stores, the diesel sits in a very poorly engineered tank. The quality of insulation probably sucks, but they also don't have usually a very good fuel filter system. It's just a pipe coming out of the ground. On the big truck stops, they'll normally run their stuff through some kind of a filtering system, but the fuel is fresh. It's not real old, watery, watered down fuel. And over the years, I have found I have a lot less water in the fuel and crud in the fuel problems with your larger truck stops that you'll stay with. It's not always cheaper, but in the long run, it's a hell of a lot cheaper to stop at the truck stops rather than sit beside the road doing repairs.